The second part is a continuation of where we left last time. Before I go forward, let me clarify. Anybody else has any doubt on what we spoke till now on faith and prayer?
Not yet.
Prayer is coming now. Prayer will come now. I'm talking about faith.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else?
No, sir.
Shall
No,
we
sir.
move forward?
Move. We can move, sir.
Shall we move forward? Thank you very much. Okay, so we move forward. To continue our understanding of science of God, last time we were talking about love in action is kindness, and kindness in action is charity. Right?
Right.
Yes. Imagine if you have understood and if you are able to live truthfully with love unconditionally, how your life could be. I want you to say something on this. If you could live with a beautiful emotion of unconditional love, how your life could be.
Happy and peaceful, sir.
Others can also say something if they wish, other friends of mine. Unconditional love.
Life will be very peaceful, calm, and will run smooth.
Okay.
Feel less complicated because we are clear that we have to. Or
Who's that? Who's that?
Me.
Is it Isha?
Yes.
Yeah, can you say a little louder? Unconditional love.
Unconditional, yeah, if we are able to understand that that's the only way to uncomplicate everything and maintain the peace within, it's easy to love everybody around that way without expectations and complicating.
Let me share a few things. Love makes one complete and whole. Unconditional love makes you feel complete and whole. Nature of love is just to overflow and pass on. Moment you are getting saturated by something called unconditional love, what will move out of you? When you get saturated by love and love alone, what will overflow from you? Love alone. Yes. So we see, this is basically, I'm sharing some parameters to test our own stage of evolution on this movement of movement towards unconditional love. So we must ask ourselves whether I'm able to live a life like that. Unconditional love. And we said love in action is kindness. Kindness in action is charity. It means when I am unconditional love, kindness becomes natural to me and charity becomes natural to me. And Swami Chinmayananda also said, you can love without giving. You can love without giving, but you cannot give without living. These are the preludes. I was continuing from where we left last time. Rama,
Yes, Bhaiya.
you have a son.
Yeah.
When your son was small, maybe 2 years or 1.5 years,
Okay.
so were you working at that time? No.
No.
Okay, but you were at home.
Yeah.
Sometime, when Atul goes to his work, you will be sitting at home and taking care of your son.
Hanji.
Sometime you may have to go to the kitchen for cooking.
Yes.
So most probably what you might have done is to put your son on the floor somewhere on the bed and maybe give a small toy to keep him busy.
Yes.
Is that something happened like that?
We are not exactly, because my mom-in-law, she was with me, so she always took care of money.
Okay, fine, no problem. Let me go with the story. Okay, I will come back to your son also. The mother may give a small toy. Child will be busy with the toy. Mother will be busy with the cooking. And after some time, the child may get bored. Mother will again go back and give a little more bigger toy, maybe which makes a little more sound and behaves a little more funny to make the child more happier. And child is busy with that toy for some more time. And it process goes on like that. A time comes, the child doesn't stop crying. Child is no more interested in these little toys and here and there. And sometime I don't know, it might have happened, Rama, even when your son was with your mother-in-law.
Yes, definitely.
Even at that time, he must have cried, even when
Yes.
he was with mother-in-law.
Yes.
When did the child keep quiet?
After getting a feed, or after getting so much of getting pampered by me, or
Oh yes, you came to the point.
yes.
Till the child went to the lap of the mother, child got lost in this fancy toys. So is our problem. Okay? The child was happy with the toys after toys after toys, till the child got the arms of the mother, lap of the mother, only then the child got satisfied. Are you getting what I'm saying, my friends?
Okay, sure.
Yes, like a small child, God is also trying to keep me happy by providing me all beautiful toys in this world. God has given me a toy of my profession, toy in the form of my family, toy in the form of my material success. Okay? And in spite of everything, there is a little small hidden pain and disturbances in our families, in ourselves. Am I right?
Right.
You have every toy you're playing with, but still there is a sense of unease within. Yeah, so this is how it gets linked with the story of a mother and a child. Whether you understand or not, whether Manjeet understands or not, it's very clear that somewhere, knowingly, unknowingly, we are seeking for a beautiful arms to hold us, beautiful lap to keep our head in rest and feel completely happy and blissful. Now, what I'm trying to direct towards, yeah, I will come to that, why I'm telling these stories. I'm trying to speak to you about prayer. Prayer. This is how the prayer should be. Okay, let's say something. Let me hear something about what does prayer mean to you, Ajit?
Yeah, Mandeep. The way I communicate with God is prayer. That's how I communicate.
Huh?
The way I communicate with God is what I understand by prayer.
Okay. What kind of communications you have?
It's more of a one-way communication. Like I pray to Him, asking Him to give me enough courage and power to handle things that are going out of my control. I always pray for Him to take good care of the entire earth or the world.
Okay. Chandra?
Prayer is trying to connect with the God, sir.
Huh?
Trying to connect with the God, but
Okay.
most of the times it is not happening.
Okay. My
So-
sister Rama? You are mute.
Prayer is when I see directly in the Sai's eyes,
What is that?
into the Sai eyes. When I directly see into the Sai eyes. That
Okay.
is
What is,
my-
what is your heart speaking?
The only mantra, Om Shri Vasai Vidmahe Sachidanandai Dhimahi Tanno Sai Prachodaya.
Okay. Ravi?
Prayer for well-being.
I'm talking about what does prayer mean to Ravi?
For me, it is prayer for well-being.
Okay. Good. Dhruv? Aish?
For me, prayer is a way to connect to whatever my supreme being is, or the energy, desperate attempt to get connected.
But sometimes prayers are confusing for me. What is the reason we are praying? After entering satsang, my prayers have become different.
Okay. Dhruv?
Prayer is to connect with the supreme power, I guess.
Okay. Let me share a few thoughts. Example of mother and child was to help us understand the subtle beauty of prayer. Now we must ask ourselves that how strongly I am pulled by the material world, how strongly I'm influenced by the toys of the world. With the due respect, I don't want you to misunderstand. With the due respect, our families can also become a toys for us. I have a tremendous respect for the families. Okay? A wife can be a toy, husband can be a toy, children can be toys. Anything which makes you possess something becomes your toy. Now we must ask ourselves, do I possess my spouse? Do I possess my children? It's very important. Do I possess my profession? Do I possess my family? You are possessed by what you possess. Real prayer can happen only when we are completely free. I'm not saying that as a responsible spouse, I should not take care of my spouse. I must take care of my spouse. It's my greatest responsibility. I must take care of my daughters. It's my responsibility. But the moment there is a need to possess them, we start knocking the door of pain and agony and troubles. With those pains and agonies and troubles, you will find many times very difficult even to sit down and have a small focus where we can think of honestly praying unconditionally. See, the beauty of prayer is, I will take an example again of tuning a radio. Now, suppose I want to listen to 94.3 or 94.3 FM. So my frequency has to be exactly at 94.3, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, can I listen to 2 FMs at the same time from a same instrument?
No. No.
Yes. Same happens with the prayer. You cannot remain connected with the world and also want to connect with God. When you are sitting for a prayer, we must have a courage and a wisdom to get disconnected from this world. Only then we can communicate with the God. Chandra, your answer is clear. Is your doubt cleared?
Clear.
Yes. You cannot listen to 2 musics at the same time. It's only a confusion. For us to get connected through the prayer, Manjeet must get disconnected from this world, including my home, including all my so-called material worlds. Don't get confused that I'm not saying material world is not right. Material world is absolutely wonderful because you are a son of a God, you are the prince, you are the king, you have all the ability and the power to live your life with the best of everything in this world. But doing very well, these are your toys for your fun. When you sit in your prayer, your connection should be one-pointed. Am I right? Am I clear?
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
There
How
was
to
a
make-
beggar sitting outside the temple and begging. You know, if we go to temple, there's so many beggars,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Yeah, one beggar was sitting and Baba kuch deja, Baba kuch deja, Baba kuch deja. So this beggar sitting at the gates of the temple, I will take a name of one of very favorite temples, Kapileshwara in Mylapore. He was sitting in Kapileshwara temple gates outside. I'm talking about a story, just a story. The beggar finds a king coming and entering the temple. And then beggar is watching. He wants to know what king is going to talk about. He heard king entering the temple and begging. My Lord, make my kingdom much bigger. I'm not happy with it. I want more kingdoms. Give me more kingdoms. Give me more gold. Give me more material success. So king was praying and begging. This beggar was watching. The king came out, and mostly when you come out of the temple, what do?
We put some
You'll just
Coins in the big.
you will give some one rupee, or nowadays 1 rupee doesn't make any sense. 10 rupees you have to give minimum. Otherwise, he will throw the 1 rupee back at you. Okay,
Right.
the king comes out and tries to give a coin to this beggar. Beggar said, stop. Stop. I know I am a beggar, but I still have some do's and don'ts of my begging. I don't take begging from beggars. Please keep it with you. You need it more because you are asking for gold. Keep this gold with you. I don't need this from you. I am a beggar, no doubt, but I refuse to take a begging from a beggar. If that is the case, how our prayers should be is very important. How our prayers should be.
Our prayers should be in the form that whatever God is giving us, or we should accept as it comes to us. We should accept everything as life comes to us. That is our true prayer. Instead of begging or instead of demanding anything from God, we can just pray that whatever you do for us is acceptable to us.
Is it a knowing or is it a doing?
Is it an, I cannot say it's knowing also.
Yeah, my master used to say, knowing is not doing, doing is doing. So we must ask ourselves, where do my prayers stand? No, I'm taking help of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna in Gita, in chapter 7, shloka 16 and 17, beautifully says, I'm taking help of the book. 4 kind of virtuous men worship me. Am I clear?
Yes. 4.
Gita chapter 7, verse 16 and verse 17. 4 kind of virtuous men worship me. O Arjuna, the distressed, number 1, the distressed. Number 2, the seeker of the knowledge. Number 3, the seeker of the enjoyment. And the 4th, the wise. Krishna says, the 4 kind of virtuous men who worship me. The first kind is the distressed, who's worried, concerned about so many things in life. This is not right, that is not right, this is not happening, that is not happening. Why all that happens to me? The person is always in distress. Krishna is not saying he's not good. Krishna only is telling the 4 kind of virtuous men who pray him. The first one, who is always in distress. Now, if you go around temple, because I'm talking about my own self. When I had no idea what I'm doing, when I'm praying and going to the temples, I also carried so many rings in my hand out of the fear and psychosis of, okay, if I do that, life will become better. But what was the root cause of a distress? The worries and tensions of life. You go to the temple, what do you invariably do? You only say, okay, get me this, get me this. Many people believe that we can go to temple and put some money in the hundi and pray to the God, okay, God, I got this coconut. I have cracked the coconut at your feet. I have put some money, I put some oil, I've done some flowers on you. I have prayed you. Please get me my next contract signed. No, we are not laughing at people. We're only saying that we believe it happens. It may be happening. But then it becomes a habit in our life. It means then my relationship with God is only going and asking and asking and asking and asking and asking. Isn't it the act of asking when I'm going and asking for something? Yeah, I want response.
Yes, it is begging again and again.
Yeah, we're only asking.
Yes.
Okay. No, the person is right because that's his understanding. The person believe, okay, where do I go? Whom do I ask? But then I'm talking to my few friends who are sitting in front of me and with whom we have spent a reasonable time to make us understand what is the beauty called God. God is nothing but eternal intelligence. Is it that God doesn't know what is that you need?
Yes, he knows everything.
He knows everything, no?
Yes.
Is it that God doesn't know what is good for you?
Yes, of course he knows.
But then what is the need for me to go and ask? Isn't this coming out of a doubt?
Yes.
God doesn't know, God doesn't know, I must tell him. It means my understanding is not complete. My wisdom is not clear. However conceptual it may still sound, if I truly believe, then I am the scoop out of the God's love. I am love, right?
Right.
Okay, if I'm scooped from that love, God is my real father?
God. Yes.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
God is my real father?
Yes, sir.
No, it should be understanding, clear understanding. Can we, even if little bit we believe that God is my true father?
Yes, then of course.
Yeah, I gave you a very simple example of one sperm being picked up, and that was me. Out of millions of sperms, only one had to hit my mother's womb, and I had to be born. That somebody who picked up that one particular sperm had to be supreme intelligence. And it is that energy, that source of intelligence, which picked up that one sperm and made it go and penetrate the egg of my mother, is my real father. My worldly father is my biological father. My real father is a supreme, that supreme intelligence. So from that understanding, no, let me make it very clear. I'm not discarding my physical father. Without him, I won't be here. He had to be here to give me this life form. So I'm talking about my real spiritual father, my true father is my God. Imagine I as a father go out and find my child is begging on the streets and in the temple. How will I feel?
Feeling bad.
That's what we make our God feel about us. Our prayer must give a great sense to God. And knowingly, unknowingly, what are we giving God?
Pain.
Pain. That's why we get back only pain. Because this is a subject which we must understand very clearly. Prayer. Prayer is not a gambling. Prayer is a sure cut way of experiencing the most intimate and beautiful life. We must understand that what we will get, what we deserve, not what we desire. Please underline these two words. Deserve and desire. You will get only what you deserve and not what you desire. Who knows what you deserve?
What?
The Supreme Intelligence. Supreme Intelligence has made the law of constitution very clear. As you sow, so you reap. It's only the play of your actions, the result of which you will get, not beyond it. Don't expect yourself to do a half-hearted work and go to the temple. Don't expect yourself to fool the world. Don't expect yourself to be corrupt in this world, do all wrong things in this world, and go to the temple and throw some money and then say, God, what do you want? Now, what are we trying to do? Are we trying to say that God can be fooled? No, that's not my understanding of God. Yeah, it's very simple. Please understand that you will get only by the law of nature. As you sow, so you reap. God has nothing to do with it. Yes, as Ajit says, my prayer can be, oh my Lord, I know that I must be ruled by your law of nature. As you sow, so you reap. I might have done some wrong. I might have done something which was not sanctioned by you. And I'm sure I have to pay the price for it. I'm willing to pay the price. The only prayer, my Lord, is be with me when you are putting me into the grind. Let my heart not say, oof, my God, why you are ill-treating me? My actions will ill-treat me. Be with me, my Lord, be with me. That's the only prayer I have, my God. I've lived without you for so long, not knowing who you are. I never knew what my relationship with you is. Today, I understand you are my only refuge. You are my only one. Be with me, my Lord, be with me. Give me the courage and strength to go through happily, smilingly. Be in my heart all the times, my Lord. Be in my heart all the times. Law of karma, we must understand completely. We cannot break this law. Not the God can break this law. We discuss it many times. This master of the constitution cannot be bought. This father of yours cannot be bought. We must understand very clearly. So I say prayer is for the strong. Prayer is not for the weaklings. To honestly pray, we need tremendous amount of courage and the grace of God. Courage will come from God. So prayer should be communion with God. Understood?
Yes, yes.
Prayer should be oneness with God. God does not matter whether I offer anything to God. What God is seeking is your heart. What God is seeking is your love. Yes, okay, fine, we can go to the temple. You know, I will give you a small little example. When you give a prasada to God, you know, how many of you offer prasada to God?
I don't.
Huh?
I do.
You do? Yeah, you do give prasada to God?
Make payasam.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you make a payasam. This thought is not mine. This thought was given to me by my beloved master, Aparesha Acharya, and then I understood it so well. It is so life transforming. It's not only prasada, whatever you're offering to God, is God taking from you?
No.
Who eats the prasada back?
We only.
We
So
take
then what did you give it to God?
Nothing.
Huh? So
We show
what are
to
we
him.
trying to do?
Our faith to God, towards God. Our
Yes, my
faith.
master said, when you offer anything to God, you say, my God, this is all yours. Everything in this whole creation is all yours. Even my life is yours. The material world is all yours. So tell me, my friend, what is that one thing which is yours, which is not God's?
Nothing.
Love.
Love.
Huh?
Love. That also might be for the divine. Yeah, but
Love
like-
also you got from God.
We we acquire only faith.
No, even faith is the grace of God. There's one thing which has been manufactured and produced only by you. And that is only thing which you have right now.
Karma.
That is your ego.
Body, human body.
Ego.
Human body.
No ego. Human ego is formation of human mind. So when I go and offer my prasada to God, let me also pour my ego in it and say, Lord, it is to start with, not to end with it. When we understand the one thing which I have very strongly built within myself is my own ego, psychological ego. So I put that into my prasada, leave it at the feet of the God. God, touch this prasada and my ego, help me purify myself and clean myself out of this ego. And soon one day, I will pour my love into my prasada. You keep my love with you, and I take your prasada and eat myself. Is it clear?
Yes, Veer.
Is it clear?
Yes,
Clear.
yes.
Clear.
The only thing which you can give it to God is your pure unconditional love. So when you offer anything, don't forget to pour your heart and soul into it and offer at the feet of Krishna or your God, and hold your hands and feel the connection of love. That is a prayer. That is the act of offering a prasada. A prayer should be, my Lord, thine will be done. Is it clear?
Yes.
I have no desire, I have no wish. Thine will be done. And in case if there is any wish, it must also be your wish. Thine will be done, not mine. My only prayer is, whatever thoughts I entertain, whatever speech I entertain, whatever actions I do, are offered at your feet. Hope some become yours, and only those will be done. Only thine will be done, not mine. That does not mean you don't do your actions. I told you very clearly, my thoughts are yours, my speech is yours, my actions are all yours. Nothing I must perform which cannot be offered at the altar of Krishna. The true prasada should be your actions. So that's why we say every action must be buttered with your love. Everything you do in your life should be only worked with your unconditional love, because that is a topping with which you offer your actions, your thoughts, your speech to God. And then whatever God feels is right will come back to you. Have you heard the name of Sri Ramakrishna?
Yes.
Ramakrishna was a very, very intense lover of Kali. Remember? Do you know that?
We don't know, sir. I don't know.
Shri Ramakrishna, Paramahamsa, Chandra in Mylapore, we have Ramakrishna mission.
I know, sir. I know.
Have you gone there?
No.
Next time I will take you there.
Okay, sir.
He was Guru of Vivekananda, that much you know.
That I know.
Yes. He was a very, very intense follower and lover of Devi. He was a pujari in Dakshineshwar temple in Calcutta. People have, when he used to sit and pray, he used to go almost, in today's world, mad. He wants Devi to eat the prasada. He says, you cannot fool me, you have to eat this prasada. Till you eat, I will not eat. And it's a historical facts. We can believe them. It was found during his prayer, without anybody inside. His prasada was not there. He had a very, very strong, intense longing for Ma. And whenever he used to hear somebody chanting any God's name, he will go absolutely in ecstasy. The only dress he will wear is a small vesti. And then somebody has to stand next to him that in his own trance dancing, his vesti may fall down. So somebody will be always tying his vesti. He used to become so much in trance. He will enter the trance so much. His very, very famous Bengali one line is there, which I love the most. He says, Ami chini khobe na. Ami chini khobe na. Ami chini hobe. Means, I don't want to taste sugar anymore. I want to become the sugar. Is it clear?
Yes.
What he was trying to say is, I don't want this world anymore. I don't want your gifts anymore. Ami chini khobe na. I am fed up of your gifts. I want you now. I hope the day comes very soon that you say, my Lord, enough. What is that you have not given to me? No more gifts, my Lord. I want the giver of the gift. That should be the prayer. With purity in my heart, I take one step towards you. And God will take 10 steps. With purity in my heart, I take 10 steps towards you. You will come running and hold him in your heart. Say to yourself, Ami chini khobe na, Ami chini hobe. You have given me enough of the things in my world. You have given me a lot. Many times, actually, even I sometimes feel whether I deserved all those things or not. But I know if I didn't deserve, my Krishna wouldn't have given me. What is that which Krishna has not given me? Shouldn't I seek the lover now? Seek my only lover, my true lover, my true essence, my real father. There is a word in Sanskrit called Bhaktva Vatsala. Bhakt Vatsala.
Vatsalam.
Bhakt Vatsala. It means under the sway of Bhakta. When my devotion and my love, my God, is so intense, I only want Him. God also comes under your sway. Then what will God say? I want you. That's Bhakta Vatsala. God comes under your sway. You start working towards the swaying God towards you. A time must come that God must say, I'm in love with you. I want to be with you. Is there a doubt whether this can happen or not? If there is a doubt, you can tell me.
No.
I have no doubt. I've shared my few emotions with some of my very close, intimate friends. But around 10 years back, I used to say, Krishna, my only purpose of life is that at least, right? It was like a pleading. It was like a pleading. My Krishna, at least before I die, please make me feel you. Please make me experience you. Then Krishna said, why you want to wait for that moment? Sorry. I can't say anything more than that. Yes, my friend, my today's satsang is over. Thank you for being with me. For me, you are godsend. We could be my co-passengers. But then, does it mean I won't face any trials and tribulations in my life? Is there a guarantee that my life will not have problems here
No.
onwards?
No.
Is it that my life will be free of trials and tribulations?
No.
No. Okay, so my friends, trials and tribulations are going to happen. They are beyond us. As I told you, infinite intelligence knows what is good, what is not right. Ravi,
Yes.
suppose you want to do sports in your life. Just an example. Suppose you want to do sports, and then for the sports, you have to send your resume and your whatever, what game and all that you will send it to sports authorities of India.
Okay.
Maybe first you will send to sports authorities of Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
they may pick you up from maybe few thousands of people, and then those from different states, they will go to Sports Authorities of India, and luckily they may pick you up. So even though it's just a story, what sports you would have loved yourself to be picked up?
Badminton.
Badminton, oh, very good. Okay. No, Ravi has been picked up for the badminton. Sports Authorities of India. Of late, Hyderabad is becoming a very powerful place for badminton training. So Ravi has been sent to Hyderabad for a training under Sports Authorities of India. Okay. Sports Authorities of India, the trainers are taskmaster. They say, Ravi, please get up in the morning, 4 o'clock. So 10 hours rigorous training goes on happening because Ravi has been picked up after a long struggle. First day is okay, second day is okay. After 1 week, he starts wondering whether he has done a wrong decision, because his life is becoming miserable there. They make him suffer so much. His body is paining, his shoulders are paining. He can't have the food which he loves. It is becoming a trials and tribulations for you, Ravi. Right?
Yes.
So you may say, okay, forget the whole damn thing here. Badminton, let me go back to my world and live my life the way I want. Okay, now will Ravi ever become the world player in
No.
this way?
No.
No. Okay, now the way the Sports Authorities of India, there is a Sports Authorities of Universe. Sports Authorities of
Universe.
Universe. So I tell people, don't walk on this path. It is not an easy path. So Sports Authorities of India will make your life miserable. Be ready. Or you better go back to the world which you are happily living. I'm telling you right now. So please understand, with whatever we have understood about infinite intelligence, infinite love, my prayer, my relationship with God, I must understand these trials and tribulations will be part and parcel of my life, Manjeet's life, so they will be of your life. But if you really want to move forward, Manjeet cannot go back now. Manjeet refuses to go back to the old home. Okay, so we have to develop this faith and courage within ourselves that I will be living in sport authorities of this universe, and I shall be that which my Krishna wanted me to be. Yes, with that my satsang is over. So next satsang, we will move forward. We still have some way to go. Okay? So next satsang will move forward beyond trials and tribulations. So we just have 10-15 minutes till we close. If there's any doubt and clarifications, you can raise them.
Is it good to show gratitude when you're praying?
Gratitude towards what?
Towards God.
That's the only thing you're supposed to do.
Then God is someone who doesn't expect anything from us.
No, gratitude is just thanksgiving.
Yeah, but he doesn't expect thanks. In a previous satsang we were saying, he is someone who doesn't expect anything, gives and goes back, walks away. So
Your thanksgiving God doesn't need, but you need. But can you thank somebody as long as you have ego inside?
no, we cannot.
Yeah. Yes. So thanksgiving is an internal cleansing process. God doesn't need your thanks. You need this thanks for your internal cleansing process. We see in our families itself, thanking even the family members doesn't come very naturally to us. We take everything for granted. The moment I thank, I recognize that I have received something. The least I can do is thank you for your love. God doesn't need your thanks. God is beyond all that. God is complete. Same comes to you when you go into the charity. You don't wait for the thanks. Because you and God happen to be same. The quality of the God is a quality of yours. But the receiver, out of his own love, says, Nandri, vanakkam, Rom Rom Nandri, thank you very much. Okay, so this is how it is. God doesn't need your thanks, but you need it. Moment you have you cannot say thanks if you have a little arrogance and ego inside. Can you say thanks just like somebody to somebody? No, you cannot. But saying thank is a beauty of gratitude when you know that this is the most beautiful feeling, sense of gratitude. No, I wish you can sit down and make a list of thank you God for this, thank you God for this, thank you God for this, thank you God for this. I don't know, you may need a thick book. But have you done this exercise?
No.
Shouldn't we do that exercise? It's not that the God needs it. It is for, see, right now, knowingly or unknowingly, you think that whatever you have earned, you have earned yourself. What is the need for things? What is the need for things? Now that hard work. I am doing my hard work. I am doing my work. So there is no sense of thanks. Baba, I must understand that God has gifted me this beautiful body which can think, which can speak, which can communicate, which can work, which is so healthy. Thank you, my Lord. Okay, I think it may be a beautiful exercise. Take a damn beautiful book, write nicely. Let me tell you, this exercise is not for God. This exercise is for you. That we have taken everything granted, including God. You don't even say, thank you, my God. God has nothing to do with my thank you. It is for my own cleansing, for my own purity, for my own understanding. And without that, I am nothing. Is it clear, Ajit?
Yes, Manjit. Yes.
So make a small exercise, write down thanks. One day I started writing thanks. I don't know, minimum 1,000 names I've added. I'm not talking about thanking God. I'm thanking people who came to my life. No, unless I have a habit of thanking God, I won't have a habit of thanking people. So I take God for granted, I take people for granted, and I feel my life is not working. It will not work. So it's a good exercise. First you thank God. Thank you, God, for a pretty wife. Thank you, God, for a lovely profession. Thank you, God, for a healthy body. Thank you, God, for a healthy stomach. Thank you, God, for a good sleep. Thank you, God, for lovely children. Thank you, God, for a lovely home. Thank you, God, for Mercedes. Thank you, God, for Maruti. Thank you, God, for everything. Everything which comes to your mind, please go on writing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And still, once you get tired, you would have forgotten so many things for whom you can still say thank you. Okay, so it's not for God. God doesn't need my thanks. If God is dying for my thanks, that's not my God.
Thank you, Manju.
No. God is complete. Anything complete doesn't need anything else. It's complete in its own self. I don't know a very powerful Sanskrit shloka. I don't know any one of you know. I don't know. Purnata. There is one very powerful shloka of Purnata. Yeah, I don't know. I will try to find it next satsang. You can go to the Google and check it out. Purnata, about completeness. When whole is taken out of the whole, whole still remains whole. This is the literal English translation. I think Isha knows it. Isha knows it? No.
I understand it. Yeah, but
Yes, there's the most powerful shloka in Sanskrit, which says, when the whole is taken out of the whole, whole still remains whole. And then a discourse was going on like this in Ramakrishna Mission. I didn't hear that discourse. I was told by one of my friends. He asked us, Swamiji, I don't understand. When everything is taken from the whole, how can the whole still remains whole? I don't understand, Swamiji. Please tell me. Swami gave a very simple example of, there is one organism called amoeba. Have you heard it?
Yes.
which
Amoeba.
one? Amoeba, yes.
One organism called amoeba. What is the beauty of that organism?
It can reproduce by itself.
It is a single cell.
Yes, it can multiply.
Now tell me how a single cell can reproduce.
It's that advanced.
Yes. So he gave an example of amoeba. Okay. So Lord is complete, Lord is whole, everything is taken from the Lord, Lord still remains whole. Okay. So that's how it is. So friends, can we close this satsang?
Okay, sir.
Sure,
Huh?
sure, Manju.
Thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful life. I wish you a lovely love making with God.
With the design.
It's absolute love making. It's not, don't go by literal meaning. There's nothing more complete than that. There's nothing more. Thank you very much. See you next Sunday. God bless you. Be happy, remain in bliss, and celebrate life and live in the mode of thanksgiving. Thank you very much.
Happy Diwali, Bhaiya,
Thank you.
and all of you.
To everybody, yes, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.